Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Sweet Currency Mamapreneur, and I'm so happy that you've decided to sit down and talk about the vending business with me. Today's topic is talking about how the vending machine business is lucrative and recession-proof. A little bit about my vending machine business. I started my business as a full-time teacher back in the height of the COVID shutdown. So back in the spring of 2020, I was actually able to place a machine at a location, and it's just grown since then. A little bit about that time. America was in a huge, economic downturn. People were losing their jobs. People were working from home. Locations were closed. People were not allowed to be out and about. And of all things, there was a coin shortage. I started a vending machine business when people didn't have access to coins. And yet, here we are. All right, so if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. But the vending machine business is definitely super lucrative and recession proof. In fact, there are studies out there that show that a lot of the times during economic downturns and during economic uncertainties, I guess people just really want that little Debbie snack. And the vending machine business actually grows and becomes more profitable. So there you go. So let's talk about the 3 reasons why I like the vending machine business and why I think it's lucrative and why I think it's something that you should and can do. Number 1, low overhead costs. Really, all you need to start up is a vending machine and some inventory. That's all you need, and a smile and a handshake. Because most locations do not have contracts. I don't have contracts with anybody that I do business with. It's a smile and a handshake. I walk in, I'm personable, I make friends with the front desk lady, and I win that location over, and then I make sure to provide service that's unbeatable and unmatched by anybody else out there, and they keep me. All right, so out-of-pocket costs, the initial cost for the machine, and then the initial cost for the inventory, all the supplies that you put into your machine. After that, the machine will start making money, and you'll start using those profits to replenish the machine and buy more inventory, and eventually you'll start seeing profits over top of your costs. But again, all of it's provided by the machine and the business itself, and all you had to do was come out of pocket in the initial stages of the machine and the initial supplies to go into it. So low overhead costs. You don't need employees, right? So you're not paying somebody, you're doing it yourself. So you don't need employees. You don't need a storefront. You go to the location and you ask to provide a service, but you don't actually have to have a storefront. You don't need fancy, expensive inventory. When I first started, I had a Costco membership for my household, and we just went to Costco. Now we have more memberships at more warehouses, but in the beginning, I just used my family Costco account. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on things like advertising. You don't need a fancy website. You don't need ads on YouTube or anything like that. It's really just a smile and a handshake. And so super low overhead costs. That's the first reason why the vending machine business is so lucrative. You're not spending a lot on the fancy stuff. Number 2, it is flexible and scalable. So the best thing about the vending machine business is you can run it on your own schedule. That's what we do in our household. So I still work my 9 to 5. I'm a teacher. My husband still works his 9 to 5, right? My kids still have sports and activities and birthday parties and family dinners. We just maneuver servicing our vending machines into our family schedule. So it's super flexible. Let's talk about like my 9 to 5. I'm a teacher, right? It's the end of the school year right about now. And since I teach high school, we have graduation. All our seniors are graduating. I had to be a part of that graduation ceremony. Now, typically I service my machines on Tuesdays and Fridays, but this particular past week, graduation was on Tuesday, so I was not going to go service my machine. No problem, not a big deal. All I did was call up my location and say, hey guys, I know you normally see me on Tuesdays, but I'm going to come in on Wednesday this week. And they're like, oh, okay, thanks for letting us know. Super flexible, super scalable. Okay, you can start with 1 machine or 10 machines. It just depends on what you're willing to do. We started with 1 machine, and then we got 2, and then we grew to 4, and we did it that way. Now we have 5 different locations, and we've decided these 5 locations is enough for our family. We enjoy this consistent income at this level. And so right now we're not scaling up anymore. But you could if you wanted to. There are people out there, there are lots of people out there that have YouTube channels that can help you, quit your 9 to 5 and scale up your vending business. I'm not that person. I can help get you started, and then you can kind of spread your wings and go. But I honestly just use this as extra income. I love my job. I don't want to quit my job. So I have great benefits with my job. And so scaling up too much is not for us, but it's definitely a possibility. I have turned down locations. I have turned down amazing accounts because I just knew it wasn't going to fit into our family schedule. But that doesn't mean if further down the road we decide that that's something we want to do that we can't. So super flexible, super scalable. And last thing I want to talk about is the low failure rate. Did you know that the vending machine business has an above 80% success rate? All you have to do is get that machine and get it into the right location. And if you set it up properly, you're going to succeed. That machine is going to make money and you're going to make profit. It has an unbelievably high success rate compared to other small businesses that people start. So that's what I love about the vending machine business. Do some people fail? Yes. But a lot of the times it has nothing to do with the business itself and more with the person. I've taken locations from other vending business owners, and it's only because they were not servicing the machines. They weren't coming in, they weren't filling the machines, they were not answering phone calls from the location, so they lost the account. But if you start out right, set it up, maintain that relationship, you're going to succeed in this business. All right. So with that being said, if you need help starting your vending machine business, head on over to my website. On my website, there is a free PDF, and it's a quick start guide, and it's called From Idea to Launch. And it starts from the beginning all the way to the end on what you need to do. It's 100% free, perfectly free. It's 100% free and available right there at my website, sweetcurrencyuniversity.com. There's a link in the description. Also, subscribe to this channel. Every Thursday, I leave a video and I just talk about the vending machine business. If you have questions that you want answered or you want to see a video, a topic for me to cover, go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you can email me at autumn.hunter@sweetcurrencyuniversity.com. And also, I'm going to leave a link for my weekly newsletter. So I send out a newsletter, usually Tuesdays or Wednesdays, every week, and it just has information that I like to share with people. It's 100% free, and I do not sell your information, and I do not spam. I just send out the weekly newsletter. So you can go ahead and click that link in the description box and subscribe for that. And as always, be happy. It drives people crazy.